Hello, Bill Landing here, and we are at the LaPorte County Library branch on Johnson Road. Andy Steele is with me on camera. We're kicking off another year of Interesting Individuals 2021, and my guest today is an author. She's a Michigan City resident, and she's going to tell us why she is an individual who is of interest. That is Chanel Sanders. Chanel, thank you for joining me.
Yes, thank you, Bill. Thanks for having me.
All righty. Well, you have written a book.
Yes.
So let's talk about what prompted you to write that book.
Well, let me just be honest with you. I always knew that I wanted to become an author. When I was 10 years old, I used to write stories in my journals. And, you know, the kids that's in the room playing with toys and dolls, I was that 10-year-old kid in my room writing. And through writing, I was able to just express myself. And I had a clear mind. It was like a different world for me, you know, whenever I would get that pen and start writing, just writing stories, expressing my inner feelings and expressing life and expressing love. And that was a vision that I had, you know, got at a young age. So I told my mom, I said, Mom, when I grow up, I'm going to be an author. I said, these books, these journals, I'm going to publish them and I'm going to be an author. So, you know, that was just as a kid. But, you know, when you get older, you know, your desires for life and your visions and things that you want to do, you know, it just changed, you know. So as I got older, I just kind of, you know, started living life. I had a baby at a young age. I was pregnant at 18. So life as a young teen mom was very emotional for me. I went through a phase where I was embarrassed. And
Embarrassed of what?
I was embarrassed, just a young child, you know, at school, pregnant, and, you know, all the other kids is, you know, playing, and all the other kids is participating in different activities. And, you know, I can't, you know, I couldn't do a lot of things, and I was always sick, and I just felt odd from the rest.
Getting back to your writing stories at a young age, did you ever show them to anybody, like a teacher, maybe just to critique or look at? And no?
Never. I never expressed it to, I mean, when I had like assignments and stuff when it came to like writing essays and things like that, you know, my writing came out, you know, but it was always written on a topic, you know, that a teacher assigned. It was never written from the inside. So as I got older, like I say, I started going through things at a young age when I got pregnant and going through emotions and being a single mom. And it caused me to live in deep, deep depression. You know, I started being really depressed. I did. But I think it comes, you know, with pregnancy. You know, women go through that. But
can we hear just briefly about your family? The baby you had. So what do you have?
I have a son. Well, I had a son that was my firstborn when I was 18. And then when I turned 23, I had another son. So all of this is in the book. So how the book came about was as time went on, you know, going through the things that I was going through, I started feeling away from myself. I felt disconnected from myself. And it was because I wasn't doing the things that I love to do. It was like I started searching for myself through love and through man.
And if I may add, you mentioned depression. That is one thing depression does. It zaps you of your energy and your strengths. And you
lose
don't want to do
focus
anything.
of things that you love doing. And writing was one. And I lost that focus. And I lost myself for many, many years. You know, starting at 10 years old. And here I am 33 years old. And finally that book that I visioned at a young age is here. It's published. And I'm, you know, sharing to the world. And I think, through life, God allows you to find yourself sometimes through pain. So the message is through my book is that there is purpose in your pain. And one day I was at work. It was 2 years ago, 2017. I was sitting at work and a title came to my mind, and it was, "Will I Ever See Tomorrow?" And I felt that because that's where I was in life. And I felt like, will I ever see that day where I'd be free, where I can share my story, where I'd be healed, where I'd be an author, where I have my book that I've always wanted. I've always had the vision of my book. I just didn't know how to get there.
Sure. Now, are family members mentioned in this book?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you have in there?
Well, I'm starting at the very beginning of my life with my siblings. I have 3 brothers. My mother, I talk about my biological father and how his absence affected me and the little time that I did share with him. Also, I talk about my new life when we moved at a young age in 1990 with my stepfather who raised me, who I look at as my father.
Oh, good.
I talk about him, and then I talk about my love stories and relationships that I've had and been in and that affected me, and how I was able to cope through it and find my way. So
Now, on the book, did you ask people ahead of time, say, I think I might like to try to write a book, or did you just have at it? Did you just start and be your own boss, more or less, or did you get opinions from people?
Well, once I realized my story and these people were a part of my story, I absolutely did reach out to them.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Hopefully there was some support.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually was. They, was very encouraged by it because these were people that know me. So they knew that I was a writer. They knew that I loved writing. And they knew that this story would be a good story to put out and that it would help change lives.
Now, are then the families in the book, or are the friends or relatives, do they make it into the book, or, as the book continues?
I have a good friend that I wrote about, and I have her name in there, and she was very, very excited to be a part of that chapter.
Okay.
And it was actually a chapter that she had no idea took place in my life, and she had no idea the important role that she played in my life. So she was like, wow, I didn't even know these things happened to you, Chanel. And for her to be the one who held my hand through it with no idea.
When someone finishes reading your book, start to finish, what do you hope they'll gain by reading the book, or what should they come away thinking? Say, my God, that girl, she was pregnant, she made this, she did this, she did, hopefully positive things. So the reader who are going to be purchasing this book, what you want them to be thinking about.
I definitely want my readers to gain the clarity of God's word, because through the book, as I talk about my pain, as I talk about things that I went through in my life, the turning point was when I gave myself and gave my story to God, and how he transparent it and to a purpose, a message, healing. And I was able to find myself through each of those chapters because my past was still affecting me. I couldn't see further because I kept holding on to my past. I didn't know how to set it free. I didn't know how to find myself.
We all, I think, get trapped that way.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, we think about, 8 years ago, things were going so great for me. Or 5 years ago, it was so terrible for me. Or
But the thing is, it causes you to live in denial because you go out into the world with these problems and these issues, and then you present it a certain way. You don't realize that it could cause you to lose friends. It could cause you to disconnect from your family. It could cause you to lose, focus of being a mother to your child because you're holding on to these emotions and these problems. How could you be a great mother with these problems if you don't know yourself? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I wanted to be able to be a good mom to my children. I want to be married. I want to be able to love, but how can I love if I can't find it in myself, if I'm dealing with these issues? So, and I know that there's plenty women out there who done this because I meet them every day, and so through this book, as I was writing, I was praying, I was getting to know God, and I told God, with this book, allow me to be a witness for your word.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so through this book, I found healing through myself.
Okay.
I found myself, honestly. I never thought that I'd see the day where I'd be free, where I'd be holding my book, a book that I said at 10 years old
was in the works.
Yes.
It goes
tomorrow.
Back yeah.
Comes. Tomorrow
yeah.
comes. Yeah. So that's what I definitely would want my readers to catch.
Well, it sounds, of course, I will be getting a copy, and I will.
You would definitely be getting a copy, Bill. You will be getting a copy.
I'll read into it and see what I think. Now, let's elaborate. You have two boys.
Yes, I do.
And their ages?
My oldest son is 15.
Okay.
And my youngest son, he's 11.
All right. Where do they go to school at?
We're here in Michigan City. My oldest, he's in high school, so he's at the Michigan City High School. And my youngest, he's at Edgewood Elementary School.
He's at Edgewood. Are there any other family members in Michigan City?
Yes. I have a few relatives who been here for years.
Oh.
So I have cousins, not a lot, but a few cousins here. So, and my mom, she's here.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I'm not alone.
So that's true. So they're all going to get a copy. Well, I'm jumping ahead here. The main thing is this book here, but in your mind, do you have somewhat an idea for a second book already? Maybe.
Yes, I do.
Good. Do you want to say something or no? Keep it quiet, or
we're gonna keep it quiet.
All right.
We're gonna work through it, and it's gonna be coming out, real soon. But it's coming.
Yeah,
again.
Because I'm that way too. I think about some things further down the road.
Yeah, and we're going to be working together.
Yeah,
I'll be right back here.
Now, we don't know the date as of yet, but you are eventually going to have a book signing in the Michigan City area.
Yes, I will be having I'll be doing a local book tour here in Indiana.
Oh.
So I'm going to be going to a few cities. Yeah. So,
outstanding.
My first stop will be in Michigan City. Actually, it's going to be here at this library. So I'm working on the dates for that. And then I'm going to go to Gary, Indiana, which is my hometown. Mm-hmm. Then I want to stop in Lafayette. I lived there for 9 years. That's kind of a lot that took place in my book was in Lafayette. But I had great times there. I was able to see a different side of the world and survive from it. Mm-hmm, so I definitely want to take this story and this message to Lafayette, to women that, is going through the same thing. Mm-hmm. I was right there in that town and I survived. So
there you are. And you are employed at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes. I am a program leader at the Michigan City Boys and Girls Club, and I am also a substitute teacher in LaPorte. Indiana.
Okay, and now you're getting some training right here to meet people and sign the book and have them go ahead and
Yes, I'm so excited about it.
Do you know where we can purchase this book yet?
Yes, I'm on Amazon. Chanel, Chanell, middle name Everine, Everine, Sanders, Sanders. The book is called Will I Ever See Tomorrow? So you can purchase that on Amazon for $14.99. I'm also on Facebook. You can look me up under Chanel Sanders. I have a link on my Facebook. And I am also on Instagram under C Sanders_Bossy is where you can find me.
Okay, so you're doing some networking right now.
Yeah,
that is going to play a hand.
Yes,
right.
I'm still learning. I'm
Okay.
still learning. This is all new, but I'm getting the hang of it, and it's going pretty well. You know, this is my second interview. I just did an interview last week.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now you've already mentioned you have a new book idea, but let's talk a little bit about what other things do you think Chanel's going to do in 2021?
Oh,
got that new year coming, and
I definitely want to start like a book club in town, doing like local tours, and mingling with other authors and authors that already put out books, women that want to start writing about their story, because it's like, how do you start writing a book about your life? Like, where do you start?
Yeah.
And so I want to start, an organization with women with how to start their books and how to write their stories. Also, I'll be graduating from Indiana Wesleyan University with my associate's degree
in
early childhood education.
Oh.
Yeah, so I plan on teaching third grade. So, yeah, I love
third
kids.
grade.
Yeah, third grade.
Now, is that
I can do kindergarten up to third grade.
up to third grade?
Yeah, so I can do kindergarten, I can do first grade, I can do second grade. Third grade, that's the cutoff.
Okay, any reason why you don't want to go any higher?
Well, because I'm so used to working with the younger kids, and I think that you can grasp them at that age when they're younger, and, kind of prepare them for, as they get older and going through school and, meeting friends, and you can kind of, get their intelligence it starts at early childhood, with their intelligence level. So that plays a big part in my life.
All right, so Boys and Girls Club, another book, maybe this book, of course, and then going to the towns and traveling around, and then so 2021 is probably going to be, and then a degree.
Yes,
and then getting that degree, so that's going to be great to go on there.
Yeah.
Well, Chanel Sanders, thank you for visiting with me today, and
Absolutely.
You've got a lot on the ball, and I think it's just going to be great that somebody here in Michigan City I know wrote a book.
Oh,
and you go ahead and mention that. So,
yes,
best of luck, and we'll keep tabs on you, from time to time.
Yes,
yes. All right. I'm Bill Landing. That's this edition of Interesting Individuals. Hope you enjoyed our program. We will see you again soon.